going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. I'm here with OTC Stock Brad. So you guys might know him, you guys might not. And if you guys don't know him, feel free to subscribe. His link is down in the description. He's the one that leads the OTC Stock group chat within TechBud Solutions. So we're happy to have him here. I just wanted to kind of expose you guys to a specific niche that many of you might not, be completely aware about, and we've been getting a lot of frequently asked questions about what the OTC stock market is, and what it is that it has to offer and the risk involved. Why not speak to a professional, someone that excels in this market? He can explain to you the pros and the cons and everything it is that is to be made out of the OTC stock market. This is our second time filming it, so again, thank you guys again. So Brad, go ahead and if you want to introduce yourself.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Brad, as Ricky had said. I lead the OTC stock trading chat group that we have within TechBud Solutions, and I guess probably the most question that I get throughout the day is, what are OTCs? OTCs are securities that are traded in the market, but they're not traded on the three major areas of the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and Dow Jones. So you won't find these stocks. There's not a whole lot of readily information available for them, but if you're willing to do your homework, there's huge potential there for monster gains. And if you have followed my channel before, you'll see that we've made thousands of percent on any one particular stock that we see value in. So yeah, the volatility is awesome. That's why I love trading them. And it's not for everybody, but if it's something that you feel like it's for you, definitely we have a welcoming environment within our chat group, and I encourage you to come on down and see what we're all about.
Perfect. So let's talk a little bit more about the pros and the cons. So for someone that does not know anything about the OTC stock market, just to provide a little bit more structure for them, what would be some recommendations and maybe some experiences that you and the members within the Brad OTC stock group have gone through that has led to them their success, as well as a couple of mistakes, and kind of explain the difference from my style of trading and your style of trading with all the details.
Right. So, as I've said within my own channel, is that Ricky is more of a technical trader. He's looking for potential of just 5 and 10%, and basically makes his money day trading, doing that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. I make my money, swing trading, and I'm not just talking about swing trading from one day to the next and then getting out. Sometimes I'll be holding a stock, for a month. Maybe even longer, in anticipation of some kind of news or some kind of catalyst that sends that stock up. And when the way that I, strategize my style of trading is, I bottom feed. So I find something that's pretty much at the bare minimum price per share, get in at that position, and it doesn't have to be a ton of money. You're talking maybe $500 to $1,000 on any one position, and then even if it goes from 0005 to 001, you've doubled your money, and it doesn't take much effort to get there, depending on share structure and that sort of thing. But we talk about that within our group and identify companies and certain stocks that have the share structure that we're looking for, that can send it to thousands of percent without much effort.
Definitely, and I think it's very similar to the understanding that there's thousands of stocks available, right? And just like when it comes down to day trading and swing trading, not every stock is going to meet the certain criteria that you want to invest in. So I'm guessing you guys have a set list of criteria that you want every stock that you invest in to meet before it's a good quality OTC stock. Obviously not every OTC stock is the same, because just like you just said, I've seen your trades before, and the potential that you're able to make in a day is something that people can normally not normally make within 30 years when it comes down to percentage growth, right? So for someone that is starting out, what do you think would be a good starting point, and kind of what would you how would they start out, and what would you recommend for them?
So because of the volatility that we experience down in OTC, I don't recommend or suggest getting into putting all your eggs into one basket, so to speak. So, when a lot of times, especially with your style of trading, it's probably much easier for somebody to say, hey, I'm just going to take all the $1,000 I have, mm-hmm. and just day trade this and make my 10% and get out. Mm-hmm. And so, and that's okay if you're just okay with making $100 a day or whatever, depending on what your need is and where you see your trading career going.
Right.
But for me, I'm looking for thousands of dollars in gains, on any one trade that I'm making.
Right.
So when I tell somebody who's just starting out, I would always like to suggest them getting at least $1,000 together to be able to take a few positions out on OTCs because of the volatility. There are times that we might not get it right, and the purpose of that diversity and having more than one position is that the idea is that we're going to be able to get it right more than we're going to get it wrong, and the times that we're going to get it right is going to much more than make up for the times we get it wrong.
Yeah.
And we have everybody within our chat group has that understanding, and it's led to the success of so many people. As you know, I had somebody who was only trading for 3 weeks, ended up making $1,500 on one trade his entire life, made $28,000 on a single trade. It's just unbelievable some of the stories that we get out of our group. It's really cool.
Definitely. And when it comes down to starting out, guys, just like we've talked about it numerous times, when someone's just starting out and it's the first maybe position you're about to take, or you might be a little anxious about investing, your couple of $1,000s in the OTC stock market, I think some of the things that we can kind of provide, or more of a structure plan for the new traders, is I think one of the first things that people have to do when it comes down to wanting to invest in the stock market is there's no reason that you should invest, even just one hard-earned dollar into the stock market without having a true understanding of what you're investing in. So I think simulation trading, TD Ameritrade offers an amazing platform that gives you access up to $200,000. But Brad said it numerous times before, if you're not really going to be trading with $200,000 with your real money, then maybe, if you're thinking about opening an account with $1,000, then actively only investing with the $1,000, because realistically, that's what you're going to be trading with. So don't give yourself false hope, right? So first, open a paper trading platform. There's no cost, no monetary risk. I think they give you a 2-month free trial, and there's just no reason that you should just fully dive in without having an understanding of what it is that you're investing in. The second thing, Brad offers a free group chat when it comes down to investing in the OTC stock market. I don't think there's any reason why not to be a part of it, especially if you're interested in learning more about the OTC stocks. Brad also uploads a series of different videos, not only about investing in the OTC stock market, but also about his point of view about getting out of debt and how to save money and stuff like that. So I think that offers a lot of value. And again, this is all for free. It does not cost you $1. All we ask you is to provide a supportive and welcoming environment, and to share your best practices and to share your mistakes. So the first thing, open a paper trading account. Second thing, subscribe to Brad's YouTube channel. And then the third thing is to be a part of Brad's OTC stock subgroup. So I'm going to put all those links, 1, 2, 3, 4, in the description, so you guys can stay connected and to be a part of Brad's OTC stock group and his community as well. It really comes down to being open-minded and making sure that you are exposing yourself to the most opportunity possible. One of the last things that Brad said in the previous video that I'm going to recap very quickly is that he thinks when it comes down to investing in any market, that especially if you're actually going to invest, real money, when you've proven to yourself that you can be successful with your paper trading account, then investing and saving up to $1,000. So $1,000 would be, you think the bare minimum when it comes down to investing in the OTC stock market. Again, this is just his experience. It doesn't mean that you have to do it, but it's just, his approach. And with that being said, if you don't have $1,000 right now, fine. You have the opportunity to open a paper trading platform. So for the meanwhile, for the 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, it doesn't require, I think, a lot of, time or effort to accumulate $1,000. So let that be your goal. And while you're learning and while you're growing your paper trading account, you can ask yourself, hey, now after I have $1,000, do I want to invest in it in the OTC stock market? If you've seen the return that you've wanted in the OTC stock market on your paper trading account, then it's up to you as the investor to make that decision. If you don't see the return that you wanted, now you have $1,000, and that's great. And other than that, Brad, what else would you recommend for someone that is just starting out to be a little bit more knowledgeable or to stay connected with you?
That's it, man. I think you covered it all. I think that that within us talking about making thousands of percent in profit, I think the realistic idea too is to understand that you might have a slow go at it at first,
Yeah.
but the more that you do it, especially with paper trading and that sort of thing, I don't want you to get discouraged just because you might see a red day or whatever. You got to keep grinding it out because when I first started, I had a $5,000 account and I brought it all the way down to zero. So just to let you know the failures that I've had, I'm trying to let get you guys to learn from my mistakes. So just go in with the understanding that there may be some trials and errors that you have to go through, but you'll get there as long as you keep grinding it out.
Definitely. And it's really just the time that you are investing, right? There's no reason, again, that you should invest any real dollar. You have the access or the opportunity to invest the simulation trading, which means that, you don't, if you do experience a loss, it's fake money, but still treat it as real as possible. I think that's the best overall experience. So again, guys, all the links are going to be down below to stay connected, to open your simulation trading through TD Ameritrade, to stay connected with Brad and his YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe, and as well as to be a part of Brad's OTC stock group. The link is down below. If you guys would like to be a part of TechBud Solutions, that is also going to be provided for you down below. It's going to say free Facebook group. We'd love to be a part of your success. Brad is an amazing admin within the community. He's one that I've been staying very close and connected to. So I know that his honesty when it comes down to investing in the OTC stock market will not only guide you in the right direction, but also inspire you. Again, if you're looking for someone to tell you where to buy, where to sell, and stuff like that, this is not the group that you want to be a part of. We don't spoon feed anyone. We're here to share best practices, to share mistakes, and if you're willing to dedicate your time to invest it into hopefully a brighter future, then we're here to guide you and be a part of your success. But thank you again, Brad, for taking time out of your day. I did want to make sure that people know that we are going to now be meeting on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, just so we can provide a little bit more diversity into this main YouTube channel, as well as just I think exposure is key, and providing proper exposure for people that are interested, I think is something that I think we as a group leaders for TechBud Solutions should take very close to what it is that we're trying to pursue. Is there anything else that you want to say?
Nope. I do have a video though. If you're new to TechBud Solutions, that's kind of like a step-by-step guide of how to get into our Facebook group as well as Discord. If you're not familiar with how to get to my channel, it's all in there. I can give you the link, Ricky, or whatever.
Sounds good. I'll go ahead and put that. That's going to be the 4th link in the description. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys again so much. Continue working hard. Continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives you in your success. And again, we have 3 rules within TechBud Solutions, and that is we don't invest based on other people's opinion. We don't invest in what we don't understand, and we always have a form of risk management, meaning that we plan out our trades ahead of time before taking our positions. Like always, guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Brad, man.
I'm
at my prime. Yeah. I'm at my prime. Whoa. Have I gone too far? Do you detect something different? If you look